As we relive our holidays, we dare you to enter our haunted haze.
Hey, welcome to Haunted Haze.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
I'm Josh.
This is our podcast about spooky and haunted shit.
Yeah, haunted, scary stories. But first, we're going to tell a story about how we kind of first met. I guess not how we kind of first met, but where we first met.
Yeah, and
place,
it's kind of the reason we're into scary stuff because we had all these experiences.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely has led us down the road of the paranormal, I think. Just the intrigue of it. And that's kind of what this podcast, I guess, is about, is just our interest in the paranormal and hearing other people's experiences as well. Like, that's the main thing. We want to know that ourselves are not crazy.
Because,
right?
like, everybody has a scary story, right?
Yeah, everybody, right? Be it some type of cryptid or ghosts or Bigfoot, maybe.
Oh, no.
Extraterrestrials.
Hey, I think I have heard a couple of people tell me their alien stories, so that would be awesome to be able to tell. But anyway. So the place that we met at, we dubbed at some point the apartment. Yes.
Yes, because
we cannot make puns well.
Oh. Yeah, right? Well, it was really just a party there every night, so that was kind of why I was dubbed there. Right?
It was an apartment, obviously.
Yeah, it was at an apartment. But at first at this apartment, I stayed there by myself. I was there alone. Just no roommates, just there for a couple of months. I was just kind of going through a low point in my life, just kind of working some things out,
it was getting kind of like a negative point in your life.
Yeah, a little bit.
Everybody goes through that, I think.
Yeah, but I would have friends over, every night. But every night they would also go home, and I would just be there by myself. Well, one night I had friends over, and we were partying and hanging out, and just hanging out, just a bunch of dudes just hanging out.
Yeah.
Well, they all go home.
You're probably pretty drunk.
Yeah, I was intoxicated for sure. But anyway, so I go to bed. Everyone's gone. I turn off all the lights, Why do I need lights on? I'm trying to go to bed. But in my room...
because you need a light on, because being in a dark apartment all by yourself is terrifying.
Yeah, right? It definitely kind of makes your mind wander, right?
Yeah, like...
Just being there alone.
I just recently bought a night light for the bathroom,
But typically I'm not worried about it. But in my bedroom, I didn't have any lights on, but there was ambient light from outside light, so the room wasn't totally dark.
Yeah, you didn't have curtains.
No, I didn't have no curtains. What am I gonna have some curtains for? I had some blinds though,
Because the apartment came with them.
Yeah, thankfully.
All right. Anyway.
So
it's pretty dark, but you can sort of see. It's just like normal dark.
Yeah, but I kind of felt like, while I'm laying there going to sleep, I kind of felt like something like came in my room.
Okay.
Like just a presence. Like you kind of like, it was
you
so
can
much
just
so.
Feel it, sort of.
Yeah, but it was so much so like I like kind of like opened up my eyes and like leaned up.
Okay.
To see if someone was still here. I thought someone maybe didn't leave.
Okay.
Or came back somehow.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I left my keys or some shit. But anyway, so I wasn't noticing anyone. And then I kind of just saw like a shape. That it was just a void, a black shape, just kind of standing at the end of my bed.
Yeah.
And really, it just was, it was human-esque, right?
Yeah.
It kind of was like
it was
tall.
Basically, now that you know more, you would describe
what I would call
as
a shadow person,
yes.
probably. Yeah, definitely. I would, now. But at the time, I didn't have...
You didn't know what a shadow person was.
Not really. Like, maybe, but I didn't really care.
Yeah. I feel that.
This was also, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I see this shape, and I kind of lean up, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And And I'm trying to make it out, really, because it just looks like just a dark void, like just a deepness.
Yeah.
And I'm not even really sure it's there, right? So I kind of like edge closer to my bed, and as I edge closer to my bed, it just kind of like locks me in, like it just sucks me in to its focus. It's like it makes me focus in on it.
Yeah.
Like almost like hypnotized, I guess. Weird. And like I said, because I was going through this low point in my life, I guess this is kind of like why it played this mind trick on me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
it was like targeting your like your weakness at the time.
Yeah, I guess. But it was telling me, free yourself. I can free you. Free yourself of this misery and like this pain. I can't remember exactly like what was said, but you know. It was like that. It was like, free yourself, be free, come with me, be with me, be one with me. And it was making me feel like this just like euphoria, like, oh my God, yes. Yes. And it was like, I almost felt like a weight came off my shoulders. But then it started telling me, like, I had a handgun, you know, that I just kind of had for, you know, it's just a handgun. I have protection, I kept it up in the closet, hidden up in the closet, tucked away. But it was like urging me to like go get it.
Oh,
go get the gun.
Ooh.
End it. Be free. Be with me. I can release you from all this.
Heck no.
And it was just like this crazy urge to go get it. And I just started kind of like coming to, like thinking to myself, like, no, I don't want this. No. And I was just like, I literally was like, no! And I just kind of like pushed myself away, like back up to the bed.
Yeah.
And I had my phone, and I kept it charged. I would go to bed and listen to music and just charge it.
Yeah.
Well, I grab my phone and like I just squeeze it so any light would come on.
Yeah.
And shine it, and it's just like nothing's there.
Yeah.
Which sounds, I guess, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it was so real.
And it's like you weren't even really like asleep yet, so like you don't feel like it was a dream because it hadn't been long since everybody left. Like you weren't dreaming.
No, I don't feel like I was dreaming.
You've never had a dream like that since or before?
Yeah, I mean, I never felt like I woke up.
Oh, yeah.
And after that happened, after I shined, didn't see anything, I immediately got up and like turned like my bathroom light on, turned my bedroom light on. I'm like, what the fuck?
So after that, what did you do?
I kind of just went throughout the house.
Yeah.
Just like it was just like a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
I smoked cigarettes at the time. I probably smoked a cigarette. It was like, and then I just tried to go back to sleep and just kind of brush it off, really.
Yeah.
But I slept with all the lights on.
I would have too, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you were by yourself.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm like, dude, I'm hearing noises. That happened. I'm freaked out a little bit, but I'm not.
You're hearing noises at night, like you're hearing bumps and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Like I just hear like movement, like
in your closet.
In my closet, like things. Every night, my closet door would open.
Yeah.
You know
that. Yeah.
So, but I decided, like, look, I kind of just want a roommate. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
If anything, maybe I'm just like going crazy because I'm by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I kind of
you're like
just want
freaking yourself out.
So I know, dude. He's looking for a place, stay. Like, so we're cool. Like, we know each other. We move. I'm like, hey, dude, I need a roommate. Cool. I think probably a week, maybe it was like I talked to him like that Monday, and he moved in that Saturday or something like that. But after that, we just started having friends over. It was just like we'll get off work and invite some people over.
That's kind of how I came over one night.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
just
I met
friends, hanging out, bringing friends with them.
Yeah, we're just playing, beer pong, hanging out,
Beer pong, Xbox.
Yeah. But anyway, but it was always a running joke. I would tell my friends, like, yo, this place is haunted.
For sure.
But also friends that would come over, they would also experience some things.
Yeah, one of the first time I was ever hanging out over there, it was maybe not one of the first times, but it hadn't been that long, and I felt something breathe in my ear. Like a heavy... And it was just like you could feel it. And I think I screamed.
Yeah, you did scream. You were like... you know, like I thought a spider or like a bug had like flown on you. That's how you reacted.
And I was like sitting in the corner by myself. So like there was nobody behind me or anything. It was just the weirdest experience. And I just remember being so creeped out.
Oh, yeah.
And like at that point, everybody kind of was like, I think, oh, this place maybe is haunted because
so many people had their own little experience.
Because and then we're all hanging out and it's nighttime and you're on the second floor and on the third floor, there's nobody living up there above you.
Yeah, no one. I even verified that with like the office
landlord
lady because when I was living there by myself, I would hear like someone just running upstairs. Like just back and forth for like an hour. At least it felt like an hour most of the time.
For sure.
But for a noticeable while. And I just thought, maybe it was kids playing, which is cool. Like, I'm not trying to be that person. But I never saw anybody.
Yeah, and it's like late as hell. And there's like sounds. It sounded like somebody was bowling up there.
Yeah, it'd be like, when I heard it, it'd be all time. It would be like 9 o'clock sometimes. And it'd be like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And like you said, I remember never ever seeing anybody there.
No, and like I said, I verified it with the office lady.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, no one lives above you. No one really lives on the third floor.
Yeah.
But there was people that lived below me, and there was...
Across the hall from you and next door.
Yeah, I think...
there was like 4 people on your floor.
Yeah.
So anyway, but one night, me and my friend were like, we're going to go knock on the door upstairs because we don't believe you.
But we heard it.
Yeah, we heard it. So we were like, there's somebody up there. I don't believe you that nobody lives up there.
Yep, so
we did. You went with us.
Yep.
And I think that my friend just like banged, knock, 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 hard as heck on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a police knock.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
And so then...
And we waited.
Yeah, and you couldn't... It was dead quiet
it was like so quiet. It was like dead silence outside.
Yeah, weird.
It was weird. It was like a weird silence.
It was like so quiet.
So because we all like... She like hit it so hard and we all kind of like just sat there like listening and it was just quiet.
And you think that like if you hear a heavy knock like that in an apartment, the neighbors would even be like kind of...
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah.
But yeah, nobody came to the door.
Yeah, no one ever came to the door. We stood up there for a good... few minutes.
Yeah.
Like we weren't up there for 30 minutes or anything, but we stood up there for a good few minutes to see if anyone would ever come to the door. We never heard a sound or anything.
Never heard anything after that. If somebody was up there, maybe... I always thought maybe somebody was squatting up there, but you think like an apartment...
But it was locked. It was locked. Yeah. We tried to go inside of it. And,
apartments are really good about keeping the doors locked for those reasons.
But anyway, we continued to, like, people would still come over. People would still experience, like, little things.
Yeah.
So much so that we started naming the ghost at the apartment.
We made him a Facebook.
Roger White.
Yes, Roger White.
We made him a Facebook and everything.
His and I's friend anniversary comes up on my Facebook every year.
Yeah, that's funny.
And we would tag him in the background of every picture we took there.
That. But dude...
But everybody believed in him, to be honest. And honestly, I think that just gave it, like, more energy.
Yeah, but so everyone believed in it so much, we talked about doing a Ouija board.
Yeah, because even this, another thing that had happened before we even decided to use the Ouija board was I would, at night, like you already said, but at night we would go to sleep and we would be laying there and the ghost in your closet was like...
Oh, it would just sound like things
it was like a mosh pit going on in your closet.
It just sounded like someone was just tearing everything.
We would be so scared.
I pretty much hang up all my clothes.
Yeah.
But it sounded like someone was just tearing all my clothes off.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I would shut that door every night because, especially you're like, I want that door shut.
Yes.
All right.
Because ever since I saw Boogeyman at the movie theaters in middle school... I have been terrified of sleeping with my closet door open.
Right, yeah.
It's got that guy from Seventh Heaven in it.
Oh, right. What's his name?
Barry Watson, I think.
Shout out to Barry Watson.
I don't know that. I could be confused.
But anyway, so we would shut that door every night. So just that.
Yeah,
just
it was a point to shut the door.
It was a point to shut the door. Every night, every morning. I mean,
it would be open.
It'd be wide open
In the morning. Nothing out of place in the closet.
No, nothing out of place in the closet.
But we would be so scared at night. It would be so much ruckus going on in the closet that we would just be like talking to each other and like talk to each other all night long because we were so scared. At the same time,
it was like faint. It wasn't like just super loud. It was just loud enough to hear. You know what I mean?
But it was like, what kind of... It was like so sporadic and like sounded chaotic.
It would stop you, what the hell's going on in there?
Yeah, but it was like kind of.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would hear this stuff like when I was there by myself.
Heck no.
But I'm not going in there to like check.
Look, babe, there's a reason I've never lived by myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I would be, I wouldn't sleep. I'd be scared as heck.
So that's why I had people over every night. That's why it became the apartment.
Yes.
Because I was like, I can't be here by myself, dude. This place is freaking haunted. So
I was saying, going back a little, we decided to do the Ouija board.
Yeah, so we decided to do the Ouija board. Everybody was kind of into it.
Yeah.
And, we just talked about it, wanted to do it. So some of our friends were doing it. They were kind of getting some results. They'd ask us some questions.
We tried to do it, like, by the book. Like, I feel like we Googled,
we actually,
how to do it, how to really open it correctly. I think we, read that you should pair a male and a female together.
Oh, yeah.
So we, tried to, that would, yield the best results or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But we all, honestly, wanted it to work, too. You know what I mean? We kind of had that
most
energy.
Of it. I think all the girls were like that.
Okay, there was probably some dudes too.
But I was into it. I was definitely into it.
For sure.
But I believed in all this, right?
Yeah, because you had experienced a lot.
So that was kind of my whole thing about, while this was all going on, nothing's hurting me. Yeah. So I'm going to just try to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Until it started hurting me. Yeah. But anyway, so... Everybody's kind of messing with the Ouija board. We're getting some, results, some movement. Maybe some, we're just asking, is it, ghost here? And it's like, are you human? So what were we asking?
I have no idea. I remember being we were probably asking stupid ass questions like, what is your name?
Yeah, right. It's me, Bill. Yeah, right? Well, how stupid.
Yeah, who knows what the hell we were asking, honestly.
But then me and you did it together, right?
And I remember we both put our hands on the little planchette.
Yeah, just our fingertips.
And it felt lightly. Almost like a magnet pulling it. Pulling the planchette from letter to letter.
It's like you could feel it underneath it.
Yes, it did feel like it was coming from underneath it.
Almost felt like something was grabbing it from underneath, moving
exactly.
It. That's what it felt.
It is what it felt like. And both of us were so we're not the one moving it, I swear.
But we
shut our eyes.
Yeah, but we were getting yes and no and stuff.
I don't remember what we were asking.
We just kind of, it never was really giving us back-to-back responses.
Yeah, it would just
we would ask it stuff and nothing would really happen, and then we would continue.
Yeah.
But at one point it started moving to K.
Oh yeah.
And then it started moving to R. And then at this point, I was like, all right, are you moving this?
Yeah, but we were I swear to God.
I'm staring at you in your eyes. I'm like, look, it's not. I don't even know where these letters are.
Exactly. We don't have this board memorized.
Yeah.
But it goes to all the letters of my name, Krist, and then it goes to E.
And then I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah, we're like, no.
I'm like, no, never mind. I don't know nobody named Krist.
Yeah. Don't nobody named Krist hang out here, so you must not be talking about nobody we know.
Yeah.
Time to stop, probably. Let's shut this down.
For sure. Yeah, after that we did go. Actually, I think another girl maybe messed with it with someone else.
Yeah.
And then they shut it down,
properly.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, at least we hope properly.
Well, my friend that I borrowed it from, she told me that she was scared after I gave it back to her. Because she said she stayed up at night. She was honestly so scared that we didn't shut it down right. And that there was an open Ouija board just in her closet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's scary.
I tried to tell her that we did try, we closed it right,
Just in and out goes, spying on her.
Yeah, I wonder if she still has it.
I don't know.
Anyway, so the Ouija board, unfortunately, really kind of brought a lot of negativity.
Well,
extra negativity.
At least we correlate it to that because shortly after we used the Ouija board, we had some bad stuff happen. But we also had a party. We had this crazy blacklight party.
For New Year's Eve.
Yeah, for New Year's Eve.
Going into 2012.
Yeah, going into 2012.
It was the ultimate blacklight party.
Yeah, it was like we had black lights all over that apartment.
We asked everybody we knew, do you have a black light that we can borrow for the night?
But, so we were raging pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I was always pretty cool with our neighbors. Like, we all talked to them. And
your neighbor showed up at that party.
Well, I'd never really met him. Yeah. And he just ran. That's how hard we were raging. Like, he came knocking on the door like, hey, man, are you guys having a party? You're like, yeah, dude. Come inside. He was all down with it, so he came inside and hung out.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm sure, like, one of the girls or somebody was like, did you know that Josh's place is haunted? You know?
Yeah, there's a ghost here. His name is Roger.
Here. His name is Roger.
His birthday's 4/20.
Oh, yeah, right. So...
Because he had to have a birthday when we made his Facebook.
Oh, yeah. 4/20, yeah. So... But he was like, well, my apartment is haunted. Yeah. Remember he was like telling us like, and he said, really, like my apartment's haunted for real.
I have video proof.
We were like, dude, and I told him, I was like, dude, this place is for legit haunted. And he had taken videos. Yeah. But he had videos of like his Christmas tree, the balls on it just shaking by themselves.
Look, I bet that those videos are still on YouTube. Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
the weirdest was the Christmas tree. Honestly, like all of the ornaments were like violently shaking.
Yeah,
and the Christmas tree was completely still.
Yeah,
and this was recent because this is the New Year's Eve party.
Yeah,
so he's like recently having experiences. Yeah,
it was around December or something.
And then he had, I think, a video of like the hallway light flicking off and on.
Yeah, but. No, you saw like where the light switch was. It was like no one could get to it, right? But the light would just go on and off like someone was just flipping it.
Yeah, and the light switch was like in the middle of the hallway, like a normal hall.
Yeah. So it was like no one could really, someone you saw.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that kind of like helped verify, like, yeah, well, dude, my place is legit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do kind of feel like there's a heaviness after we kind of messed with that Ouija board.
For sure, it was heavy.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because like you just never like looking back, like now I will never mess with a Ouija board anymore.
Yeah, it just feels negative.
Yeah,
like something about it just feels negative.
You just don't know what you're letting in.
Yeah, even if you don't believe in it.
Like, yeah, it's just sketchy.
Yeah, it just seems like a weird thing to do, even if you don't believe it. So yeah, never gonna mess with a Ouija board again, right?
They're just honestly just too sketch.
Yeah. So we had this party, met our neighbor, kind of verified all the crazy stuff happening.
Yeah.
But there was some kind of negative energy kind of going on.
The whole place just felt like really dark, honestly.
But probably like the Wednesday after the blacklight party, because the blacklight party was like on Saturday.
Yeah.
So like the Wednesday after the blacklight party, we were all pretty much like kind of partied out that week.
We were just hanging out.
But it was like it was a group of friends that we all pretty much hung out. Yeah, every night.
We were like a family.
Yeah, we just kind of met up there. Like it was just everyone was weirdly kind of attracted to that apartment.
It's like everybody felt comfortable there.
Yeah, but it was like also like everyone just
wanted to be there.
Yeah, it just attracted so many people.
Yeah, for sure. After all that, so just one night we're all just hanging out, not really doing anything. We're honestly just playing video games, and the cops show up.
Yeah, we're being pretty chill.
So we honestly the negative from the Ouija board, it started pretty quickly, and we just feel like the cops showed up for this super minor reason. They said they had a noise complaint, but we were all just being we weren't doing anything.
Yeah, it was super weird. It was because we were being way chill.
Yeah, super chill, just laying around on the couch playing video games, not doing anything, not even drinking. And then somebody got arrested for something stupid and small.
Yeah, something stupid and small.
And
someone got arrested, but that led us to being evicted out of that apartment.
Yeah.
which in retrospect was maybe a good thing.
Yeah.
Really.
To be honest, like maybe it was a good thing because
there was definitely some negative energy just kind of going around there, and it just after the cops came, like it just really put a bad vibe on everything.
So we knew like our days there were numbered. You know, we were gonna not be there much anymore.
But we had like 30 days or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Be gone. But we were like staying there for the whole 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like one night, it was just like I was spending the night over there, and it was just you and your 2 roommates.
Yeah.
And so this is sometime maybe 2-3 weeks later. And we're just hanging out in we're going to bed. They're just hanging out in the living room.
They're in the living room just kind of like watching a movie.
Yeah, like not doing anything.
Yeah,
like just going to bed. Like it's probably a weeknight.
It's probably, I think we're all going to work the next night. But we go to bed.
Yeah.
And we're just laying there. And like
we hear a knock on the door.
Yeah, we don't have a TV on or anything.
No, there's not even a TV in the room.
But yeah, so you're just, like we're just kind of laying there trying to go to bed. And we both hear like a knock on the door. Like it sounds like the cops are back.
Yeah.
And we both hear like one of my roommates opens the door, and it's like the cops. And like they start asking them questions. Like
I remember hearing them say like, who's all here? What are y'all doing tonight?
What are y'all doing tonight? Like,
yeah.
I think they asked for like their licenses.
Oh yeah, they asked for like their IDs and like if this was, you know,
is this their apartment or something like
who else lives here?
And so we're hearing this and we're kind of like, what the fuck, dude?
Like why are the cops here, dude? Like we're all going to bed.
Dude?
Like why are they targeting us like that?
Yeah, really. And so we're kind of debating, should we go in there or not? And
I remember thinking like, let's just go ahead and go in there. Like I'm like, why would I don't know, looking back, I don't know why, I just felt like we needed to.
Yeah, I was like, y'all gotta come back and get me.
Yeah, so we just decided we're gonna lay here and see what goes on.
Yeah, but we're kind of like, we're like eavesdropping, like we're still listening.
Yeah, we're still trying to just be quiet and listen to what's going on.
And then, it just sounds like they leave.
Yeah, I don't really remember exactly what, I remember us hearing that, us discussing what should we do, and then us being like, let's just wait.
Actually, one thing like, who's here? Who's back there? Who's here?
I don't remember that.
See, I feel like they were like, who's here?
Like, they were like coming back into the hallway?
Yeah, I think they were like going to come back there, like they were going from door to door.
Ooh.
Don't you remember that?
That does vaguely sound familiar to me, actually.
Yeah, because my bedroom was the back bedroom.
Yes.
And I feel like they like opened up the bathroom, and then they opened up my roommate's bedroom door, and we're like, fuck. So, like, we're getting up to, you know, like...
Yeah, we're, like, getting, like, putting our clothes on, and then we go out there, and everybody, like...
we walk out, like, into the living room, and they're just sitting there watching TV. And I'm like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, dude, were the cops here? What the fuck's going on? Like, what's up? They're like, dude... There's never been cops here. There's no cops here.
What are you talking about? And
we were like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like we both heard that loud and clear. We heard the same conversation. I don't understand how that happens. How did we hear the same conversation?
I don't know.
It's honestly like the most intriguing thing to me about what happened.
It freaked them out. They like moved all the furniture in front of the door. They're like, nobody's coming in.
Yeah, nobody's coming in. This mother.
Yeah.
For sure. I remember like another situation similar. I remember one time, both of those two, your roommates were there by themselves, and they heard something. Yeah. They heard somebody break in the apartment. Yeah. They heard and they were so scared that they disassembled a chair so they could use the legs to protect themselves.
Yeah, as a weapon.
Yeah. Like that's a very similar, like that's basically the same thing that happened. The kitchen did catch on fire.
Yeah, that place was crazy. It was creepy.
And, like, honestly, I feel like everybody after leaving that apartment, like, in the time period after, I know, like, that negativity followed us for years.
It followed us.
And everybody had a bad experience.
Yeah.
It's like, after that, everybody that hung out there went through something negative.
Yeah, we definitely felt like there's like stuff that followed us.
Like oh, for sure. We have. Yeah. Oh yeah, like we have more Ouija board experiences.
This is kind of like the main story of how it started. I think
for sure. And like honestly, it's just the whole reason we're into ghost stuff. I mean, like we were both into that maybe a little. Well, I'm not. I'm a chicken straight up.
Yeah. Well, but this what happened to us is always like we kind of like reminisce about it. Like, you remember this? Remember this?
Yeah.
That's kind of like why we wanted to start this podcast, because we want to talk to other people. Like, have you ever had a crazy apartment ghost? You know?
Yeah.
Have you had an apartment
or any or at your house? Have you had
at your home
anything like move that you thought like, damn, I know I left my keys over here and now they're over there. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, maybe that's just crazy. Like you're a kid. We just want to hear other people's stories, just to kind of compare our own. Like, you know, like we're gonna make this kind of like a scary theme podcast. I think for sure.
We're just gonna talk about the paranormal and the abnormal, and
we're gonna talk. Yeah, we're just gonna tell you other people's stories, other people's ghost experiences.
Oh yeah, but we're also gonna kind of elaborate more like on this story. There's definitely like, this branches off, and like there's more to tell to the story. So
for sure, and like we definitely have, you know, we just love to talk about things that are spooky and scary and creepy and you know, like historic almost. Like some of these things are just so old.
That's one of my favorite things about ghost stories is like I do like hearing like the story of it, like the story of such and such died here. You know, that is so intriguing to me.
Yeah,
that's it. But I want to hear people's UFO story. I want to hear people's alien stories.
Oh, those scare me number one the most. Oh, I don't even. Yeah. I'm real scared of the ghost stories, to be honest. Yeah. I don't even want to think about it because I think that if I woke up at night and there was an alien standing in the doorway, I would just die.
Like immediately?
Yeah, I would probably ascend to heaven.
Like as soon as your brain saw it, you're just dead.
Yeah.
That's just it. Just as soon as you see it, you just ascend to heaven. Like, oh, I'm dead now.
I can't live in this life anymore knowing that this exists and it's in my fucking house and in my doorway and I'm looking at it.
I feel like your brain's just like, yeah, I'm out.
I'm done. This is enough for me. I can't live this life anymore.
I don't know what I would do. I have no idea what I would do. I mean, if it was just in my house in the night, I'd fight. Like, I'd fight or flight, you know.
You wouldn't just lay there and hope it leaves?
No, I'd totally throw things at it. Like, please leave now. I'm scary.
You said I'm scary.
Yeah. I hope it thinks that.
Yeah, for real. I hope it does too. But, like, honestly, they probably know much more about us than we know about them. If they're in our house at night and we don't even know that they exist.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, except for the whole thing about
sleep paralysis scares me too, though.
Ooh, that's, you know...
I want to talk about all this. I love this.
I know somebody who has an out-of-body experience story that I would love to tell on here. We're going to tell everything. If you have a story and it's spooky, please send it to us at hauntedhazepodcast@gmail.com.
Send us your story there and, you know, give us permission or not if you want us to use your name.
Or if you don't, change the names of the story.
That's totally cool because that's kind of also why we're doing this podcast, because we feel a little crazy and we just kind of want to justify some of our experiences that we've had with the paranormal.
Even if you just want to tell us, but you don't want us to tell it to anybody else, like, we would love to just hear it.
Yeah, it might just make me want to research other stuff. You know, maybe it's like I saw this crazy creature and wherever, and I'm like, I want to look into that.
Hey, also while you're at it, check out Hippie Hay Studios on Etsy, Facebook, Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Check out those stash boxes and your tie-dye.
Yeah, you make tie-dye. We do art.
Yeah. Josh is a painter, musician.
Yeah. We're kind of artful people, creative people.
We just want to travel and experience things and tell scary stories and travel and go on ghost hunts and ghost adventures while we go to different places.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Heck yeah, that's... We've done several ghosts.
Would you go? Would you for real go?
Okay.
You're like, you gotta go in this haunted house. Would we go?
Is it dark time?
Have you ever seen a ghost, like...
Yes, during the day. During the day, they go and check it out.
They drive during the day. That's it.
No. Listen. Right. No, I don't think I could go at night. I'm sorry. I love you.
All right. Yeah. I don't think I could.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to our first episode of Haunted Haze.
Yes, for sure. Thank you very much if you listen to this. There will be more. We're obviously going to get better at it. We're going to work to get better. But we're excited to go down this adventure.
Absolutely.
And I hope you want to go with us. Let's stay haunted.
Yes. Peace out.
Peace out.